morning, children. Welcome to day 9 of IIT Mathematics. Children, you already know about the different types of numbers, and that different types of numbers are called number systems. So here the number system is divided into the following ways. That is natural numbers, whole numbers, integers, rational numbers, irrational numbers, and real numbers. So this combination of all these numbers is called a number system. So let's discuss one by one. First, what is a natural number? All counting numbers are called natural numbers. Example, all counting numbers I said. I am going to start with 1, 2, 3, dash, dash. All these numbers, we are going to use the counting of articles or things. That numbers are called natural numbers. These natural numbers are denoted with capital N. So then the next is whole numbers. So the second one is whole numbers. The numbers which contain the number which starts with 0, including the natural numbers, or the natural numbers which contains 0 are called whole numbers. So here example I'm starting with 0, 1, 2, dash, dash. So here the starting number is 0 and remaining all are natural numbers. The combination of natural numbers including 0 are called whole numbers. So these whole numbers are represented with capital W. Capital W equal to 0 set of 0, 1, 2, 3, dash, dash. Next is integers. Next is integers. So here the definition is the combination of positive natural numbers and negative natural numbers including 0. Positive natural numbers and negative natural numbers including 0 are called integers. Combination of positive natural numbers and negative natural numbers including 0 are called integers. And next one more definition is the combination of whole numbers and negative natural numbers are called integers. So here example I am taking dash dash minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, dash dash. These are called integers. So left side of the 0 we are going to represent with negative, and right side of the 0 we are going to represent with positive symbol. So here I said the first definition, the combination of positive natural numbers, so from here to here, and negative natural numbers including 0 are called integers. And the next definition is the combination of whole numbers. Whole numbers starts with 0, 1, 2, 3 and negative natural numbers are called integers. Integers are represented with I or capital Z. The next is rational numbers. So before going to start the rational numbers, children, you already know about the fractions. So fractions contains the example I am taking A by B is a fraction. So here A is called the numerator and B is called denominator. The numbers which are going to be expressed in the form of fractions, but the original definition is the numbers which are expressed in the form of P by Q and Q is not equal to 0. Q is not equal to 0. then these numbers are called rational numbers. In case example I am taking here 1 by 2. So here 1 is p is equal to 1, comma q is equal to 2. So q is not equal to 0. So if q is equal to 0, what happens? Then example I am taking 1 by 0. The value will be infinity. So that's why q value should not be equal to 0. Then those numbers are called rational numbers. These rational numbers are denoted with capital Q. So next is irrational numbers. The numbers which cannot be expressed in the form of p by q and q is not equal to 0. Then these numbers are called irrational numbers. So children, here example I am taking root 2, root 3, pi. These all numbers can't be expressed in the form of p by q, and these numbers are called irrational numbers. So in further classes we are going to see the representations on the number line. The next is real numbers. The combination of rational numbers and irrational numbers forms real numbers. These real numbers are denoted with capital R. Example, I am taking R is equal to minus 1 by 3 pi root 2 dash dash. These numbers are called real numbers. The combination of rational and irrational numbers are called real numbers. So children, we studied about the different types of decimals in earlier classes. So first, we are having two types of decimals. One is terminating decimal. The next is non-terminating. This non-terminating also called repeating. So terminating decimal. While doing the long division, after certain finite steps, if we are getting a remainder 0, then that decimal is called a terminating decimal. Example, I am taking 0.25. So now change it into fractions. That is 25 by 100. 25 on the 25 fours. Now I am doing long division method here. 0. So 2 zeros. 2 is 8. 2 0 5 is. So here 1 by 4 is a terminating decimal. After 2 steps, I am getting a remainder 0. You may get it after 2 steps or 3 steps or after final step. That means after some steps, if you are getting a remainder 0, then that decimal is called terminating decimal. So next is non-terminating decimal. After some steps, if the numbers are repeating and if you are not getting the remainder 0, then those decimals are called non-terminating or repeating decimals. Example, I am taking 1 by 3. I am doing the long division. So here 1 is there 0 point. So here 0 3 3 is 9. 1.0 3 3 is 9. Again 1 0 3 3 is 9. So it is going to be repeating. It won't have any end point. So hence this is called non-terminating decimal. Children, all these number system, that means in number system we are going to have natural numbers, whole numbers, integers, rational numbers, irrational numbers, decimal numbers. All these numbers we will represent on a line. That line is called number line. So children, we'll continue the number line. What is a number line? A straight line on which points are identified with real numbers is called a number line. A straight line. I am taking here one straight line. So here I am dividing it into equal parts. So left hand side of the 0, I'm going to take the negative values -1, -2 and dash dash, and right hand side 1, 2 dash dash. This is the number line where we are going to represent the numbers. So here first, in previous classes we have studied about the representation of natural numbers on a number line, and we already know about that, how to represent the natural number on a number line. And in the same way, whole numbers. And now I'm going to represent an integer on a number line. So here I'm taking an example, represent -1 on a number line. So here -1, same straight line I'm going to take. This is a straight line. So here 0, and I'm going to divide it into equal parts and equal distances. So where is -1? It is left side of the 0. So this representation is called -1. So here -1 is here. So I'm representing -1 on the number line. Next, I'm going to represent a rational number on a number line. Here I'm taking an example, represent 2/7 on a number line. So here 2/7 is a rational number. So here what I have to do, first I need to draw a straight line. Here draw a straight line. The first step is draw a straight line. Now here I am taking 0 and 2/7. That means here denominator is 7. I am dividing it into 7 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now second step is divide the line segment, or divide the line into 7 equal parts, as the denominator is 7. Now denominator is 7, so I am placing 0/7 by 7 by 7 by 7 by 7 by 7 by 7 by 7. 0/7, 1/7, 2/7, 3/7, 4/7, 5/7, 6/7 and 7/7. So here these 7 parts are called subdivisions. Now divide the subdivisions by denominator, that is 7. Now I need to represent 2/7. So where is here 7/7 is equal to indirectly 1. Now 0 to 1, 1. I am dividing it into 7 parts. Now 2/7. This is the value of 2/7. In this way we are going to represent the 2/7 on a number line. So if it is a positive number, the values will be right side of the 0. If they are the negative numbers, the values will be left side of the 0. Now we discuss about the representation of rational numbers on number line. Now we are going to represent the irrational numbers on the number line. So here example I am taking, represent √2 on a number line. So children, it will be different. So here first, same just like how we have drawn, I am drawing one line 0, that is O point I am taking. And so first step is draw a line and mark O. I am marking O. With O, take 1 unit length and mark it as A. Now I am taking, let OA is equal to 1 unit. So it may be the 1 centimeter or 2 centimeters, but it will be 1 unit. I am thinking here, I am taking it is 1 inch. Okay. Now to this A, by using protractor, draw a perpendicular line from A, draw AB perpendicular to L. This is line L I am taking. I am drawing AB perpendicular to L. Okay, now AB length I am taking it as 1 unit and mark AB is equal to 1 unit. Now what are the length I am taking? The same length I am taking here and I am marking the P point. It is also 1 unit. Here also 1 unit. Now join that. Join OB. I am joining OB. Next step is join OB. Now I already said it is a perpendicular line. So therefore triangle OAB is a right triangle by Pythagoras theorem. So hypotenuse square is equal to side square plus side square. So what is the hypotenuse here? OB square is equal to OA square plus AB square. OB square I don't know. OA square is 1 square plus 1 square. That's equal to 1 plus 1 equal to 2. OB is equal to square root of 2. Now OB length is root 2 units. Now by using compass, measure the length of OB. Just measure the length of OB and draw an arc. It will meet the line L at a point P. So this point, so like this you have to draw one arc. Okay. So therefore OP is equal to root 2 units. So here this is equal to root 2. Now value of from O to P is root 2 units. In this way we are going to represent root 2 on the number line. If you want root 3 as it is, you have to construct. Then by using protractor, draw 90 degrees. Drawing 90 degrees, take again same 1 centimeter. Now it will be 90. So here I am drawing roughly. So like this you are going to get it. Now it will be C. It is 1 unit. Already we know it is root 2 units. Simply join this. Now it is a right angle triangle. Now by using Pythagoras theorem you do this, then automatically you are going to get root 3 value. In the same way root 4 or root 5, in this way you continue. Now one more example I am taking. Represent root 3 on a number line. As it is, first we need to construct a root 2. Now with B as center, construct 90 degrees or perpendicular line, and BC is equal to 1 unit of length. I construct angle OBC is equal to 90 degrees and BC is equal to 1 unit. So here OBC and this point I am taking the C. Now join OC. Now therefore triangle OBC is a right triangle. Now by Pythagoras theorem, OC square is equal to OB square plus BC square, that is root 2 whole square plus 1 square is equal to 2 plus 1 is equal to 3. OC square is equal to 3. Same way OC is equal to square root of 3. Now by using compass, measure this length and draw an arc, that is Q is equal to root 3. So therefore OQ is equal to root 3 units. Thank you children.